My friends, welcome back to another logo ranking video. This one is potentially going to be pretty long, although I'm going to try and get through it pretty quickly. There are, holy crap, 59 teams. 59 teams. 59 teams? This league needs less teams. Split into 2 leagues. Anyways, USPHL stands for, damn it, I forgot. United States Premier Hockey League. Anyways, I have ranked these logos 1 to 59. We are going to go through them in reverse order, 59 to 1, my least favorite to favorite. I'm going to give you my comments on each one. I will warn you, I do not have favorable comments for a lot of logos in here. Since this is going to be 59 logos to get through, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into it. Here's number 59. I've ranked the Utah Outliers. It's just no. It's just a no. Number 58, the Springfield Picks. Does that stand for something? Or is it literally Springfield Picks? This looks like a political campaign sign or something. Maybe that's what it's supposed to look like. I don't know. To me, it doesn't look like a hockey logo. This is a sign that you'd put at a political rally where maybe there's a hashtag on the bottom and you take a selfie of yourself and you then use that specific hashtag for pics at a rally. This is not a hockey logo to me. It gets 58. In 57, I've got the Anaheim. Hold on. California Anaheim Avalanche. Okay. California Anaheim. Good so far. A little redundant. Avalanche. Listen, I know there's mountains in California. I know they have snow. I know that there's probably potentially some avalanches. However, the main league in the sport of hockey is the NHL. Anaheim has a team. And there's also a team called the Avalanche. To combine those two is just, in my opinion, not right. You get 57. I haven't even talked about the logo. The logo is at least it has hockey elements in it, but is average, in my opinion. It's not bad, but still bad team choice, or bad team name choice. Number 56. Guys. Dell's Ducks. Team name, fine, whatever. But the logo? It's the LA Kings logo with the LA Kings colors, but it says Ducks. And then there's a variation of the Ducks, one of the Ducks logos on there. It's like if the Toronto Maple Leafs used Montreal Canadiens colors, or it was just like red and white with no blue. It's just not right. It's just not right. 55. I put the Steel County Blades. Not really anything amazing about this logo. Not anything terrible. It just doesn't inspire me. I do like the colors, but it's just a little old school. And the fact that it says 2011 on there for the established date, and this is the logo, man, not cool. Let's come up with a better logo. This is less than a decade old. This logo is 9 years old. This, to me, no offense, looks like it's about 45 years old. Number 54, I put the Chicago Cougars. Not a bad name. Not my favorite color scheme, but not too bad. But the cougar on the logo it's just odd. 1 leg, okay. 2 leg, okay. 3 leg, okay. 4. There's no 4th leg. It's a tail, or like, I don't know. It's missing something. Either it's missing a tail, or it's missing a leg. And if that's the leg, That's a long, skinny leg. It's and the face looks more like a jack-o'-lantern or something. It could be redesigned. If it was redesigned, I think it could look pretty good. But anyways, as it is right now, 54. 53, the Bridgewater Bandits. Okay, listen. It's not a bad logo. It's not. But I've seen this logo 100 times in some other leagues. And specifically, if I'm not mistaken, this is identical or extremely close to a Bandits style logo in the NHL games. It's been a long time since I played NHL. I think it's like NHL 17 is the last time I played. But I've 100% seen this logo before. I want to see some originality here. Number 52, the Pittsburgh Vengeance. Not a terrible logo. I have really nothing to complain about here. It's a little bit hard to read Vengeance in the middle because of the font choice and because of the background of the V or whatever the hell that is. Not bad. Don't love it. 51, the Tampa Bay Juniors. Colors are fine. Obviously, that makes sense with the Tampa Bay Lightning. It's worse than the Tampa Bay Lightning logo, and I don't like that logo at all. So, come on. Number 50. Skipjack's Academy. Full points for being unique here with the logo. However, I think it looks like a restaurant logo that you'd see on a pier or something in California, or maybe on the East Coast up near Connecticut or something. I don't know. It looks like a restaurant logo. Number 49, the New Hampshire Junior Monarchs. That lion, if that's what that is, I assume that's what that is. I feel like I've seen that before. So I don't see this as being an original logo, and we've got a lot of fighting elements going on here. Is the lion the main element, or is the word monarchs the main element, or is New Hampshire the main element? There's just a lot of competing sizes for that primary element, so there's just a lot going on. I do love the colors, though. Number 48, the Fresno Monsters. I think I've seen this logo in a different league, so to me, it's a fine logo, but to me, it's not original. Number 47, the Connecticut Junior Rangers. Okay, this is just a New York Rangers logo. I understand if there's an affiliation, the relationship, I'm fine with all that. I understand that, but I'd like to see originality from teams. Pick a team name, make your own logo, and put the affiliation New York Rangers patch on the shoulder or something, just to show that affiliation, but don't be the Rangers. Again, this is subjective. It's my personal opinion. Feel free to disagree in the comments. 46, PAL Junior Islanders. Exact same thing. This is the Islanders logo with some stuff around it. 45, the Charlotte Rush. Not too bad. It is. I find it a little bit busy. I know it says Rush, but there's a lot going on in the background. There's checkered flags, there's diamonds, there's just a lot. I do like the colors, though. Number 44, the Hampton Roads Whalers. That is kind of an awkward name, but it's hard to not love the Whalers logo. However, it's not original. Number 43, the South Shore Kings. Not too bad. Colors are okay. Not a huge fan of that. It looks to be transitioning from gold to brown. It's almost in the poopy range, so not really a fan of that color. Number 42, the Minnesota Blue Ox. I actually love the colors here. I love the simplicity of it. It feels more like a vehicle logo or a car logo or an emblem or something. I don't specifically get hockey from this. However, if I saw this in a jersey, I'd probably love it. But just by itself, it feels, I don't know, it feels a little off to me. Number 41, I put the Rockets Hockey Club. You know what that is? It's a Saturn V rocket. This is not that great of a logo, but if you're going to put a rocket in there, I'm probably going to not rank it in the bottom 10. Number 40, the Ogden Mustangs. Again, I kind of feel like I've seen this horsehead or Mustang around before, or variations of it at least. So not bad, but I feel like it's maybe not original. Number 39, the Decatur Blaze. I can get behind this. I think that gold though is a bit. It feels out of place. I think if that was white, potentially a yellow instead of a darkish gold, I think it would look better. It's not bad though. I do like the 3D element, the textual element there. The B is fantastic. Even if it was just the B with that flame stuff coming out of it, that would be awesome. Number 38, I put the Florida Eels. This is just an awkward logo, I think. It looks like... you know what? I'm not even going to say what it looks like because I want to keep this PG. But it's just... Let's just leave it as just kind of an awkward logo. Number 37, the Motor City Hockey Club. I actually do like this, but there's something that drives me crazy about it, and I'm sure you can see it already. Hockey Club on the top, Motor City, Hockey Club on the bottom, but upside down. That totally makes sense on a hockey puck. If this was a physical hockey puck, that's exactly what it would probably look like. But this is a logo, so to see upside down text on the bottom of a logo wrapping underneath just isn't typical. And I think it's visually distracting in a negative way. In these styles of logos where you have a circle and then you have an inner circle, and in between those inner circles you have text usually on the top that wraps around, like in this case, and on the bottom you have text that wraps around, like in this case, except it's not upside down, it's at the same orientation, so you can actually read it from your perspective. I don't think this needs to be upside down. Number 36, the Toledo Cherokee. I think the colors are absolutely tremendous here. That teal with that accent color of the red, or the other way around, and then the black in there. This is pretty fantastic. I think the text though kind of takes away the attractiveness of the logo. It's distracting around the outside, but not bad. It's got a lot of potential. 35, the Philadelphia Hockey Club. Love the colors. Kind of getting some Washington Capitals color vibes here a little bit. However, this totally makes sense. I love the hockey sticks behind the Liberty Bell there, but the top part where it says Philadelphia and it's got these notches on it, every time I look at this, and I can't unsee it, the fact that I've seen it already, it's just always going to be there for me. It looks like a bottle cap. So the fact that I've seen that, I can't unsee it. Number 34, the Lansing Wolves. I'm pretty sure I've seen this before as well. I like it. I like that there's no text, but I'm pretty sure, not positive, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it before. Number 33, the Boston Junior Bruins. Again, an affiliation logo. However, it's got its own bit of personality on it. I don't mind this one so much. However, I feel... I'm actually okay with the hands, but the face or the head or the mouth, I feel... Maybe if I saw it in person on a jersey or a better quality version of this logo, I might like it more. But it feels like it needs to be redone without trying to be offensive. It feels like it needs to be redrawn maybe a little bit more professionally. But even as it is right now, it's not bad. Number 32, the Northern Cyclones. I really like this logo. I really like it a lot, actually. So you might be asking, well, why is it the number 32? So this is, what's the name of this league again? United States Premier Hockey League? United States Premier Hockey League. So what's not in the United States or off the coast of the United States? Cyclones. Cyclones are, I mean, they're the same thing as hurricanes, but cyclones only form in the South Pacific and Indian Ocean, I believe. So there are no cyclones in the United States, which is why the Carolina team is called the Hurricanes. So to see a North American team called the Cyclones just doesn't fit. I know that's really nerdy, but it's playing with my brain, and I don't really like it. But as far as the logo itself, it's pretty great. However, that looks more like a tornado than a hurricane. And if they're talking about if they're not talking about hurricanes and they are talking about tornadoes, call it the Tornadoes. That would be an awesome name. Don't call it the Cyclones. Number 31, the Rum River Mallards. That's a freaking amazing name, by the way. Heck yeah to that. I love the colors. Super unique. Green, orange, and purple? Absolutely. It is very cartoony, though. Quite cartoony. At least it has personality. It's got, there's some anger. I can see it in the eyebrows and the eyes. I do like that, but it's very, very cartoony. I would like to see a jersey of this team. I bet you it would look awesome. Number 30, I put the Connecticut Nighthawks. I like the 3D dimension of this logo. The colors aren't too bad. The hawk, I think it just has an awkward expression. It's like it's trying to pass a bowel movement that doesn't fit. And it's kind of struggling to get it out. And it's just got this painful look. It's not an intimidating look to me. It's off to the side and it's kind of like random. I want to see, I want it to look at me right dead in the eyes and intimidate me. So this one's a bit of a miss based on the way that the hawk is looking and the expression. But overall, it's got really nice balance and it works fairly well for the most part. Number 29, the Northern Colorado Eagles. So very similar to the Colorado Eagles logo, if not identical. I feel like the bird is looking a different direction. It's been a while since I've seen the actual Colorado Eagles logo, but not too bad. However, you're taking elements from a team that already exists. The colors are great. Yeah. Number 28, the New York Aviators. Heck yeah. Anything to do with aviation, 100% never going to be in the bottom 10 of my rankings probably. So the New York Aviators logo is, I get hints of Atlanta Flames, which is not a bad thing. I don't know if it was intentional. Probably not. But I definitely see some Atlanta Flames in there. I like that. The plane is pretty clever. It's got more of the emblem look versus an actual plane, but they make it look like a plane by adding the cowl in the props or the prop. It's decent. I don't really like the colors though. I feel like that gray could be something else. If that gray was maybe blue, like a sky blue, it might accent the red and the yellow a little bit better. Number 27, the Metro Jets. This is just the Winnipeg Jets logo. Again, not creative, but technically it's not an NHL team anymore. This logo, this specific logo. I know that the Winnipeg Jets are using this in throwback jerseys and stuff and whatever, or variations of this, but it's great. It's a very nostalgic logo. I do like it. That's why it's kind of a little bit higher than the other ones. Number 26, the Carolina Carolina Junior Canes. That's fine. So I see two elements of graphical elements that the actual Carolina Hurricanes are already using. So loss of points for there, but also not too bad because you've implemented it in a way where it kind of all works. So not original, but at least it's not totally copied. Number 25 with the Detroit Fighting Irish. This logo is awesome. This logo is unique. Full marks for being 100% unique, unless there's another team that I'm not aware of that uses this name or this logo, but it's pretty great. The only thing I don't like about it is the low effort placement of Detroit on there. It doesn't even match the curvature of the arm as it's turned. So to me, that almost removes any legitimacy from the logo at all. It just looks like it was thrown on there. So I would like to see a better version of that. Maybe if that actually looked like a tattoo and it formed the actual rotation of the elbow and the arm. Number 24, I apologize if I'm pronouncing this wrong, but the Elmira? I'm pretty sure that's Elmira, but anyway, Enforcers. This is pretty decent. This is pretty decent. You get a cop there. I assume that's a cop. He looks pretty muscular. He's got a hockey stick and skates. Colors are pretty good. I do like that light silver or gray with the green and then the darker, almost charcoal gray. I think there's some battling elements here though. The text is really thick and big on the top and bottom, so I would maybe want to see that become a little bit smaller, or move Elmira down to the bottom, use less of an arc, and have both Elmira and Enforcers along the bottom itself, instead of kind of trying to form a circle. I think personally I would just like that a little bit better. Number 23, the Columbus Mavericks. Aviation, heck yeah, that looks like an F-22 Raptor, which is awesome. Colors are very Vancouver Canucks, Utica Comets style, which is great. Fine with that. But for some reason, and this logo has really good balance, but for some reason above the plane under Columbus, just that I feel like it's missing something. I don't, maybe put a star there or some kind of Air Force emblem, or I don't really know. I just feel it's like it's really empty, or put some kind of texture in that whole green emblem behind it. But it's good. I just feel like it's maybe missing something. Number 22, the Buffalo Thunder. This is pretty decent. I like this. The colors work. Black and red is a very common color combination, so thumbs up there. The hockey stick comes down to make the Thunderbolt. The helmet, though, does not look like a helmet in my opinion. It looks like someone had a shower and then wrapped their hair in a towel and painted it red or something. It doesn't look like a hockey helmet. It looks a little awkward, so loss of points there slightly. Number 21, the Charleston Colonials. Love the colors. Absolutely love the colors. It's a little, and maybe it's just the quality of this logo. So maybe this one isn't technically a fair kind of ranking in my list. Maybe it would be a little bit higher if I had a better quality file here, but it seems quite busy. I know that says Colonials. I can barely see it say Charleston. And I know it's a boat in the background, but I think the lines on the boat, the 4 sails, and the text is just, there's a lot of little tiny elements kind of, I wouldn't really say clashing, there's just a lot in one space. Number 20, the Lake Erie Bighorns. Not bad. It's cartoony. That's my biggest negative gripe. The colors, I personally would like to see maybe a different color combination. When I think bull, I think red. So to maybe maybe this isn't a bull. It's a bighorn. Is that a ram? What looks like a bull to me? Looks like a variation of a bull and a ram. Whatever. Anyway, I feel like red maybe would have been the better choice there, but you guys let me know in the comments. Number 19, the Wisconsin Rapids River Kings. It is cartoony, but it's not like stylized cartoony, so I prefer this. It is it's interesting. It is interesting. It's almost foolish or a bit silly, but that's kind of what makes it attractive to me, in my opinion. You can kind of love it a little bit because it's silly. So shout out to the River Kings. Number 18, the Richmond Generals. This is a clean logo. I like the dimension here. I like the choice of using shadow to implement a visual 3D element with the G and then the star. Tremendous decision. I like the swords or sabers there in the background. Pretty decent. Not a big fan of the Richmond font though. Number 17, the Jersey Hitmen. This just gets absolutely extra points for originality here. There is a team called the Hitmen, the Calgary Hitmen. However, this is a completely different logo, color scheme, so it is acceptable. I don't really connect the two other than just saying the name Hitman. But this is really cool. The bullet holes in the font, the color choice here, I like that, almost a saturated sky blue with the rest of the colors there, the black and the gray, the hockey stick for just that kind of pop of color in there with the orange and the little bit of a brown. The striping is slightly distracting. Maybe if I would like to see him in kind of a full solid black suit, but I do like this. Number 16, the Islanders Hockey Club. So again, Islanders graphics, but not the typical Islanders graphics. The colors are awesome. The biggest issue I have here is with the font along the bottom. You have Islanders almost at a kind of an angle sloping backwards, and then you have what looks to be the bottom of Islanders like this kind of come not really at, well, I guess at 90 degrees, but it's kind of maybe slanted a little bit more. And because of the way that the perspective of the bottom font or text Hockey Club, it doesn't create the same angle that I think it should based on the way that this is angled. Does that make sense? Probably not. I don't care. It just doesn't look great to me, but not bad. Number 15, the Hudson Havoc. kind of feel like maybe I've seen this or variations of this logo before. However, it is pretty great. Love the colors, love the intensity here. He looks like he's, he is ready to fight, or he's in the middle of a fight. The dead eyes, the fact that they're just this kind of dull white color, whether they're white or red, just the fact that there's no like other elements in the eye just gives it kind of a menacing feel. So yeah, I like this one. Number 14, the Potomac Patriots, or Potomac, however you say it. It's a really simple logo. It's to me, it reminds me of a logo that was maybe designed in the 70s, 80s, something like that, that the team really just wanted to hold on to the history and never changed the logo, and it's just kind of remained this thing since then. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. I feel, to me, in this case, it does. I don't even know if that's actually the case here. That's just kind of the vibes that I get from it. But I like the simplicity of it. The coloring is great, and I feel like it's not overdone. It's got decent balance. Number 13, the Midwest Blackbirds. Not the greatest expression. It's not very intimidating. It's not very strong-minded. It's just kind of like lackluster, just kind of sitting there, which is my only gripe. Love the colors. It is cartoony, and it is a bit stylized with the highlights there, but it's not too bad. I really like the feathers, or not the feather. I guess technically the feathers, yeah, or the head, the black section. I feel like that part is done very well. Number 12, the Minnesota Mullets. Heck yeah. Mullets, you're gonna name a team the Mullets? How is that? Like, that's impossible for me to not put it in my top 15. It's impossible. I can't do it. I can't. You're gonna be bold and name a team the Mullets and then have this logo? That's a big heck yeah. This logo is amazing. Absolutely amazing, and I love the colors. Number 11, the Utica Junior Comets. So I'm super conflicted here because I really like this logo. I like the color scheme, but it is almost identical to the actual Utica Comets logo. So I fought with myself, saying, I should really put this pretty far down the list like the other ones, but I'm just such a big fan of it. I just had to kind of keep it near the top. Number 10, the Pueblo Bulls. This is a tremendous logo. It is awesome. I love the deep red in contrast to the like almost blindingly bright, intense red, forming the shadow. Just the fact that those two shades work so well together and form what you can tell is kind of the shadow. There's lighting in this logo. There's dimension. There's such a 3D element here. It is so well done. However, I feel like maybe that yellow isn't the right hue of yellow. I think maybe you could kind of pick maybe more of a brighter yellow, potentially. I don't know. Not too bad. Number 9, the Minnesota Moose. I was conflicted here because the Manitoba Moose logo looks very similar to this. So I feel like Minnesota is kind of doing Manitoba a little bit dirty here and taking their groove or their style a little bit, which is unfortunate. However, it is an amazing logo. It is so good. So I gotta like it. Number 8, the Rochester Vipers. This color combination is one of the best color combinations I've seen in so many recent videos, whether it's jerseys, whether it's logos like this. That blue with the black looks unbelievable. I love this logo. It's so good. The only gripe I have about it is the font choice of Rochester. Vipers, really easy to see. Rochester, you kind of almost have to squint a little bit. It feels a little bit too squished vertically. Number 7, the Florida Junior Blades. Identical, for the most part, to the Everblades logo, which is an amazing logo. This is kind of like the same situation as the Comets logo a couple of logos ago, but this one, I love it. I couldn't, in good conscience, rank it out of my top 10. Number 6, the Twin City Thunder. I think I've seen this logo before too, and there are different variations of it, but it's awesome. Just the fact that his beard is blowing from one side to the other gives you a sense of surrounding. You can see the wind without actually seeing it, which is just amazing. So massive props there. And then the stick comes down to make a lightning bolt. In the middle of the lightning bolt forms the N for thunder. Oh, so good. Number 5, the Southern Oregon Spartans. I see a lot of potential with this logo. I love the balance of it. The font choice is fantastic. You can see little cuts and gashes in it. The Southern Oregon font along the bottom is I think fairly easy to read because it's not italicized, or it's not a funky font that you're gonna have a hard time reading. It's a very easy font to read. The only gripe I have about it is that I feel like maybe it's missing a little bit of color, but at the same time, that's kind of also the appeal of it. It is not that flashy logo. It's not the logo that uses the bright blues, the bright reds, the bright yellows. It is playing it safe in a good way, but at the same time, I kind of maybe feel like it is missing something a little bit. Number 4, the San Diego Sabres. This is extremely cartoony. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I feel like this one's a little bit in the middle. His right, or our left as we're looking at him, that arm, you can kind of see the back of the saber to the left and to the right. The other arm doesn't have any surrounding elements, so I feel like it's kind of like maybe missing parts of the body or something. Like I feel like someone went in with an eraser and kind of erased part of the body. But other than that, I really like it. It's fantastic. It's intimidating. There's a hockey element in it. I can just see this like coming out of the jersey. Awesome. Number 3, the Atlanta Mad Hatters. This is everything that it needs to be. There's nothing that doesn't make sense. There's nothing totally visually wrong here other than the proportions of the hockey stick. And that is a very minor gripe. Very cartoony, but I think it works here. I like the fact that he's kind of coming over top of the font and almost resting his elbow, or putting his elbow down over top of it, almost forcing the font to kind of lay down a little bit. I really like that. Awesome logo. Number 2, the Las Vegas Thunderbirds. Are you freaking kidding me? This is amazing. This is one of the best logos I've ever seen in my entire life. This logo needs to be on a t-shirt, and if it is, someone needs to send me the link where I can buy it, because this is a t-shirt that I need with this logo on it. This is incredible. This is incredible. I have nothing negative to say about this. It's unbelievable. I love everything about it. Everything. And shout out to Las Vegas. Now you might be thinking, well, if I love it this much and there's nothing wrong with it, what the hell is number 1? Number 1, the Fort Wayne Spacemen. The Spacemen? Is this league made from me? What's my name? Did you catch it at the first of the video if you're new here? It's Neil. Do you know who I was named after? Neil Armstrong. Do you know what that is? I mentioned it before. It's a Saturn V rocket used in the Apollo missions. Do you know what this is? This is the moon. Okay? Do you know what all that leads to? Nerd. Space nerd. And you're going to give me a team that's called the Spacemen? With an astronaut in the logo? I can't rank this any lower than 1. I can't do it. It is against my religion. It's against my space nerd religion. I can't do it. It's impossible. I can't rank this any lower than number 1. Spacemen, shout out to Fort Wayne. This is awesome. Love the colors just in general. The head of the astronaut is admittedly a little disproportioned, but listen, I know it's not the best logo. This is why this is a subjective ranking. It's a personal list. It's my list, not yours. You're not supposed to have the exact list that I do. If you do, that's really strange. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. There were a collection of maybe not so great logos in this league, but there are also a collection of some amazing logos It's a long video, I know. Thank you for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. I felt like we had some fun here, yeah, maybe we can do something else like this in the future. Let me know down below in the comment section which league you'd like me to see do next. I'm 100% game to do more leagues. Just let me know, and let me know your favorite as well in the comment section. I would like that a lot. So if you're not subscribed, I would love it if you could hit the subscribe button for more logo ranking videos just like this, jersey ranking videos, jersey concept reaction videos, all that good stuff on this channel. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have an awesome day. Adios.